How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. You will not believe what Trump just said at Davos. He said this in front of some of the biggest business leaders, some of the most influential bankers in the world. And he's ringing the bell. He's indicating there are big things coming for the US and for crypto. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, here with the dog and with the Bitcoin baby. He's a little bit fidgety now. I think he needs a nap. But I wanted to quickly shoot this video to tell you what Trump just said. There are tons of people watching this. I was watching, I think it was CNN or CNBC, and they're just raking in the view. So many people want to hear what Trump has to say, specifically about economics, specifically about crypto. And he has obviously lacked mentioning crypto. One second here. He has not mentioned crypto since he took office. Now, a lot of people know that he's very pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin. His DeFi project just bought another 94 Bitcoin in the last day. This is after buying $47 million worth of Bitcoin a few days ago. Wrapped Bitcoin, I should say. There's also the tease from Senator Lummis earlier today saying that something big was going to happen at 10 a.m. We'll talk about that too, and something that's happening this afternoon as well. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one. Also, if you want to trade crypto, there are links to Blofin, BTCC, CoinW, and WEEX underneath the video. I think now's a great time to be trading crypto because there's so much volatility, and all signs point to the fact that we will see a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So it's really just a matter of time before we see a God candle, which, if you want to play that, great. You can go long the market. And if you think that's not coming, well, you can short the market and make short-term gains, even if you're long-term bullish on Bitcoin. Let's get over to what just was said in Davos, though. So we have the World Economic Forum. This is where all the business leaders and bankers from across the world meet. They talk about the economy. They talk about politics. They talk about banking. They talk about crypto. We've seen some crypto leaders over the last few days, like Brian Armstrong, say, hey, we could see a multi-million-dollar Bitcoin. He's the CEO of Coinbase. We saw BlackRock, Larry Fink, talk yesterday saying we could see $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 Bitcoin, and that he's advising sovereign wealth funds on buying Bitcoin. And we just had Trump speak in Davos as well. Now, he gave, maybe a 10, 20-minute speech, and he talked about a lot. From Ukraine to the economy to tax cuts. He also mentioned crypto for the first time. He said America will be the crypto and AI hub of the world. It will be the leader in crypto and AI. And that's basically what he said. He also mentioned that we're going to have some of the biggest tax cuts in history. He's going to renew some of the Trump tax cuts and try to even juice them up even more, which obviously would be very stimulatory for the markets. Some people would be worried about inflation if that occurs. So it's kind of a interesting thing. It will be interesting to see how it plays out. Now, did Trump announce a strategic Bitcoin reserve? No, he did not. But he did just mention that little bit about crypto. Earlier today, we did hear from Senator Lummis. She said, hey, pay attention. At 10 a.m., big things are coming. Now, there was a vote at 10 a.m. Eastern time to see who's going to be the head of the subcommittee on digital assets for the Senate, and she won. So she's going to be leading the subcommittee, which is bullish for crypto. I mean, she's the most bullish senator, maybe the most bullish person in politics. She owns Bitcoin herself, and she's been an advocate for years. She was the one that came right after Trump at the Bitcoin conference and said, hey, we need to start buying Bitcoin. We want 1 million Bitcoin. So she's going to lead the way. I think this is bullish. Now, some people didn't think this was that big a deal, but I do think it's good for the long term. It's one of those things that's not super flashy, but it is really important for someone to be very pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin leading in this space. And we now have a pro-crypto SEC. We have a pro-Bitcoin president, which even though he didn't say we're going to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which I thought could be interesting if he said that at the World Economic Forum. And Bitcoin's price did move up around him speaking. even though he didn't mention that, just the fact that he mentioned crypto and that, they're focused on it. It's obvious that they're focused on it. They got Ross Ulbricht out day one of office. Like, he's still focused on following through with his promises to the crypto community. So I think it's very obvious that there's something that's going to be announced here soon. There are some executive orders to be signed later today. Apparently at 2:30 p.m., Trump is going to sign at least one executive order. And then an hour later, he has a call scheduled with Bukele, the president of El Salvador. Okay, very interesting timing on that. Who knows whether he signs a strategic Bitcoin reserve order at 2:30. It's impossible to know right now. But the timing is interesting, right? Like, there's a decent chance, if he's going to call president of El Salvador right after, that he could be announcing a strategic reserve. Maybe he's just talking to him about it and he's going to sign something else and he's still talking about logistics or how to frame it, or, some kind of strategy with Bukele. And maybe we see it at a later date, but this is bullish, right? Why would he talk to Bukele unless it was for this reason? Right? He's not calling all the presidents of all the different nations in Latin America, South America, Asia, Africa. No, he's calling El Salvador. Right? He's calling the president of El Salvador, which has done, I don't want to say that he's only done one notable thing, but he's done one thing on a world stage that everyone in the Bitcoin community knows about. And I think he's probably most well known for going out and buying Bitcoin. He talks about Bitcoin most of the time when he's tweeting. So it will be really interesting. There's still a chance that this could be signed today. If you want to play the short term with it, great. It's going to be very volatile, but you can put some longs on some of these trading accounts I've been talking about: Blofin, BTCC, CoinW, WEEX. I like going low leverage long, but there are also times where the risk reward is just pretty high. I know there are some people playing like 0-day call options on some of the miners and some of like MicroStrategy and IBIT and some of these different entities too, or different tickers. So yeah, there's going to be a ton of volatility. Be ready for anything. Be ready for people to try front run. Be ready for dumps. This is going to be a very exciting time. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Again, I think overall good news coming out today, and we just have to wait at this point for a strategic reserve. Keep in mind, in the background though, they're all buying. World Liberty Financial is buying Bitcoin, or wrapped Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is buying Bitcoin. BlackRock's buying Bitcoin. They're all trying to get their hands on Bitcoin before the strategic reserve. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Really appreciate it. Give me a sub for the Bitcoin baby. He's watching. He was watching Trump at Davos, so it was the Bitcoin dog too. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.